3, 2, 1. Dope fiends. At 12:43 a.m., Vinny Static and Vinny Static arrived at Suds Sons Laundromat, a 24-hour business that had not seen 24 hours of maintenance. The sign still worked, 3 letters buzzed, 2 flickered, and the rest seemed to be negotiating with death. Tony considered this atmosphere. Vinny considered it a warning from electricity. The report concerned dryer number 6. Local rumors said it started by itself after midnight, spun with no clothes inside, and sounded like a man coughing through a drain. No employee confirmed it. Tony began recording. To Tony, laundromats were perfect paranormal locations: water, heat, electricity, mildew, abandoned clothing, and public shame. He called it a spiritual rinse cycle. Vinny studied detergent stains near the vending machine and declared the building cursed under normal conditions. This was poor housekeeping under Vinny's conditions. It was evidence. At 1:02 a.m., the change machine whispered, clicked, and released 3 quarters. Nobody had touched it. Tony called it support from the dead. Vinny called it bait. Both men accepted the quarters. A minute later, washer number 3 began filling. The lid stood open, the drum turned through cloudy gray foam. Tony leaned closer, hoping to capture premium wet evidence. Vinny advised him not to put his face near haunted rinse water. This was the first sensible statement made all night. From the rear came a heavy thump, then another. Dryer number 6 was moving. Its power cord lay unplugged beside it. Tony smiled the way men smile when a bad decision becomes interesting. The brothers made it halfway across the room before stopping behind a cracked folding table. This was the courage break. Every static investigation had 1, sometimes 2, occasionally 3, depending on doorways, growling, unpaid debts, police sirens, or Vinny detecting bad math. Tony called it preparation, Vinny called it survival, the narrator's office calls it evidence. No courage was visibly produced. But Tony became louder, and Vinny became slightly more willing to die indoors. Then dryer number 6 thumped again. The break was over. Tony approached with the camera raised. Vinny followed with a plastic laundry basket held like a shield. Dryer number 6 stopped spinning. For several seconds, the laundromat was silent except for dripping water and dying lights. Then a faint, angry voice came from inside the dryer. Tony asked the entity to identify itself for the algorithm. The dryer slammed from the inside hard enough to shake loose a decade of lint. Tony opened the door. A mountain of stolen socks exploded outward. At the center sat a terrified raccoon wearing a dryer sheet on its head. The phantom of Suds and Sons had been partially explained. Tony did not accept this. Vinny did. The raccoon fled across the folding tables and vanished behind a dead arcade machine. Tony classified it as a possession raccoon. Before Vinny could object, every machine in the laundromat turned on at once. Washers filled, dryers spun. The change machine dropped quarters 1 by 1 like teeth into a tin cup. The raccoon was no longer the problem. In the round glass of dryer number 6, something reflected behind them. A tall, wet figure stood between the rows of machines, its face hidden behind hanging hair and lint. Then the dryer door slammed shut. The machine stopped. Every light went dark except the failing neon outside. When the lights returned, the room was quiet almost. On a folding table sat Tony's stolen GoPro, still recording. Beside it lay 1 clean sock. It was warm. The brothers exited Suds and Sons at 1:19 a.m. with no proof, 3 quarters, and a renewed fear of fabric softener. Dryer number 6 was later found unplugged. Washer number 3 was dry. The raccoon was innocent. The sock was not claimed. No permits were obtained, no experts were consulted, no lessons were learned.